Hello loves, what is up and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Ally Marie and I'm so excited about this, but this is our first motivational YouTube and I have been wanting to do this for the longest time. Literally, this is going to be chilling together, talking about life, talking about becoming our highest selves, and it is something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and I'm so glad that God has been pushing me in this direction. I love people and I love the amount of knowledge that I've gained recently just through my own journey, and I want to share, I want to shed light, and I want to be that voice, I want to be that reminder for you guys to help you stay on track and just becoming the best versions of ourselves. Okay, so as you guys saw, we're going to be talking about the ins and outs for 2024. Honestly, I cannot believe, y'all, it's already February? What? So I'm going to be coming to you, wait, no, today's February 1st. I'm filming this today because I'm traveling, but February 1st, so I'm going to be coming to you guys on Monday, which is February 5th. So happy freaking February. I honestly, time goes by so fast, and this is just so important. I was like, no, this is going to be our first motivational because we're already a month in. And I know so many people have so many goals that they want to achieve in 2024. What better way than to go ahead and recap? Let's realign, right? We're a month in. Let's go and realign, make sure our focus is honed in on our goals and being our best selves. That way we can continue this year. You know, I saw this picture, I don't even know what you want to call it, but I thought it was amazing because it just shows, I'll pull it up right there. But we're in February. Do you see how much more time that you have? There is so much room for opportunity for you to become your best self. There are so many more things that are going to come your way, and to be able to embrace those, to be able to go and receive those blessings, we need to be in the right spot, right? We need to be in the right mindset, and we need to be making sure that our vision is clear. Okay, so we're gonna go over some ins and outs of 2024 so we can keep the rest of this year rolling. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to make this the best year yet. Amen. So first for the ins, number one. Now this can be controversial for some people that don't have a relationship with God, but my number one in for this year is having a spiritual foundation, having a relationship with God. I got severely lost last year in 2023 just with social media. It is so easy to compare yourself. It's so easy to compare yourself. It's so easy to continue scrolling on social media and just seeing the highlight reels, right? And oh my gosh, look at all these new clothes that she has. Oh, she just got that new car. Oh, she's constantly getting her nails done. She's getting her lashes and stuff like that. And so you may not be in a position to do the same things, or you're like, oh, I'm just not like that, but you may have an urge to be that way. But then you're hindered because, well, I'm not even there, so I don't even know if I can do it. Right? Okay, so that is why I think it is so important to know your purpose with God, because God was able to teach me who I was, who Ally was, because for the longest time I got so lost and confused because I was constantly comparing, constantly focusing on my external, on what I looked like all of the time. And if that is you too, please don't feel embarrassed, don't feel ashamed, but just know that you're not just your looks. And I know that each and every one of y'all are so amazing, and this is to go ahead and God helps remind you that light and that love, that one, that He has for you, and then two, that you have for yourself, and then three, that you're able to show to everybody else. When we love ourselves, we're able to be this freaking rock star person. We're able to show up and just be this amazing light. And so don't forget that you do have that. I know in today's day and age with social media being so big, you know, just like I said, it's so easy to compare. It is so easy to compare and just nitpick yourself and say you don't look like that, or you don't have that, or whatever the case may be. Just remember that you have your own lane. God has put you in a specific spot, and we may have veered off every now and then. I know I have definitely veered away from God a lot and got myself in some muddy situations, but I'm always so blessed that he constantly still loves me, and he brings me right back in and reminds me of my purpose, reminds me who I am, that I'm worthy, that I'm loved, that I'm enough, and that there is more to life than the physical things, than the materialistic things. I promise you that. And that he has that for you too. So that is the first in. Okay, second is boundaries. I don't know about y'all. I know I've got some people pleasers out there too, but I have struggled. I'm 29, and I have struggled with people pleasing for a long time. I have definitely gotten a lot better, but one of my ins for this year was setting boundaries. Now, when I'm talking about setting boundaries, I want you to know that it is okay to say no. It is okay for you not to show up somewhere if you're truly, really not feeling it. I think the main thing for me is making sure that you're doing things that align with who you're wanting to be and where you're headed. And your energy is so important. And I've heard that for the longest time. Your energy is so important, like make sure you're aligning with your energy, da-da-da-da-da. And I would hear it, but I feel like I've never actually fully resonated with it until this year. And towards the end of 2023, but more so 2024, I've taken even more context with it. But I just lost my train of thought. We gotta be real here, it's okay. What am I saying? Oh, but just really resonating with your energy and making sure not to allow people just to push your energy every which way. So as a people pleaser, I will say yes to things even if I don't want to. Or I will talk to people just to be nice, even if I don't feel comfortable with them. And so this is the year where you can be kind, but make sure that you're protecting that energy, because if you don't protect your energy, it's just, like I just said, you're gonna be pushed every which way. But we have a vision. We have this path that we want to be on, that God wants us to be on. And so we need to make sure that we are protecting that energy and that we are paying attention to that energy and taking care of it. Another thing that I wrote down with boundaries and being a people pleaser is not everybody needs to know your business. So a lot of people like to talk about other people, right? It can be so easy to gossip. It'd be so easy to gossip. And this is where I think it would be great, and I'm doing it for myself right now, is having boundaries with what I'm talking about and what I'm allowing people to know about my life. So nobody needs to know if me and my boyfriend are having problems. Nobody needs to know that. And learning that it's okay to keep things to yourself, I think is super, super, super important. If you had a conversation with somebody and then another person's like, oh, hey, like, what did y'all talk about? Do not feel bad by saying that you're not comfortable talking about that, or, oh, we didn't really talk about much. Because one, that conversation that you have with that person is between you guys. So I used to feel like I had to tell everybody everything. I really did. And honestly, it made me feel like I didn't have my own life, honestly. It made me feel like my information was literally just out for everybody, and I had nothing for myself. And that caused me to almost become dependent on what people thought. It made me become dependent on seeking for their advice rather than thinking for myself. So I just really want you to keep those things in mind and come up with boundaries for yourself. What are your boundaries? And make sure that you're staying within that. And don't feel bad if someone kind of pushes that and you say, hey, like, no, and they get upset. If someone's gonna get upset about your boundaries, that's not a person for you. It is not a person for you. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So boundaries for 2024, make sure you guys are sticking with them. And if you don't even know what your boundaries are, figure out what those boundaries are. My main one, like I said, for this year was having boundaries with my energy and having people know certain things about me in my life that they didn't need to know, that they felt entitled to, but they don't need to. So don't feel bad about them not knowing. Okay, so the third in for 2024 is planning and having structure. So a huge thing this year is having structure and a plan. Okay, I just repeated myself. But having a plan. So nobody builds a business without a plan. You can't just go up and be like, that's gonna happen, and not do anything about it, right? Like if you're gonna build a business, if you're going to go into real estate, there is a plan to get you there. So for the longest time, I dreaded planning. I dreaded notes. And in college, I loved it. But then after college, for some reason, I just kind of veered off with it. But I got so annoyed and just kind of like irked about having to do that. But when you have a plan, when you have structure, it takes off so much stress because you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do tomorrow. You know what's going on at the end of the week. You know what's happening next week, or you know what your plan is going to be to get you to point A to point B. Having a plan is important, and being structured and being organized, I really truly think that is actually something, I think that's self-love. That is loving yourself. Because if I just wake up tomorrow, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's a lot of wasted time. So 2024, plan, structure, take that extra time. Take that extra, 5 minutes? 5 minutes before. 5 minutes before you go to bed, or 5 minutes in your nighttime routine, whatever it may be, take 5 minutes. That's it. Take 5 minutes, write down in a planner, in your phone, in your notes, whatever, in your reminders in your phone, write down, okay, tomorrow, this is what I have to do. At least 3 things. This is what I have to do. Oh, I gotta go to the post office. Okay, I gotta go ahead and work out. Oh, I have to go ahead and, what else? I'm going to work. Some people work, full-time jobs. So, but coming up with at least 3 things that you need to do to go ahead and be more successful or whatever. Like for me, I have to write down, it's not on here, it's in my planner, but I have to write down that I have to edit 2 videos. I have to finish onboarding for my new job. There are certain things that have to be done. So take 5 minutes before you go to bed. I promise you won't regret it. It helps you feel structured, and that's our goals. I think that is a goal that should be for everybody, is to learn how to be structured with their life, because it's easy to get out of whack. It's easy to have wasted time because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're doing, right? So figure that out. Okay, so our next one is healing our body, our mind, and our gut. So I wrote down that food makes us feel good. So this is a huge year. If you saw my YouTube prior to this, this is a major year for me healing my gut. And I really think it's super awesome seeing so many people on social media realizing what's actually in our foods. And I'm one of those too. I'm a part of that. Realizing all of the crap that they're putting in our foods, it's pretty crazy. And just noticing the effects that it has on our well-being. So this year, so it's already February 1st, I have been eating mostly just protein and fats. And I have felt the absolute best almost ever. I'm not doing any caffeine. I haven't had sugars, which I might have a little bit of sugar after with my honey, but like a cookie. But I haven't though, and it's already February 1st, and the feelings that I have is just absolutely amazing. And when you finally take the time to realize and be disciplined to cut those processed foods out and make it an 80-20 rule. 80% you're eating at home or healthy foods, and then 20% you're being flexible with it. I think when you actually apply that discipline, you will reap the benefits, because literally no human thrives and off of cookies and McDonald's. And when I mean thrive, I mean having no brain fog, not having gut issues where you're constipated or having an upset stomach or unnecessary bloating or acne or a crash within the day. You do not thrive. That's not thriving. Thriving is not having brain fog. Thriving is being able to eat and not feeling sick. That's, food is meant to make you feel good. It's not meant to make you feel sick. I promise you that 1,000,000%. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm never gonna have cake. No. I am going to. But majority of what I'm putting in my body is realizing that eating these healthy foods, instead of just being so annoyed about it and being like, oh my gosh, this is so gross, or this is horrible, whatever. This is what we need. And this is actually what our body truly wants. Our body does not want fast food and stuff, because how do you feel when you're done? You feel like crap. It may have tasted great, but in the end, you feel like crap, and then you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh, I wish I didn't do that, or whatever the case may be. So when you fight those urges, and I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So those urges that you're actually getting for sugars, for processed foods and stuff like that, y'all, that is actually bad bacteria. That is bacteria, fungi, I'm gonna go there, parasites, in your gut that is actually sending a signal to your brain to tell you to eat that, to feed it, to keep it there. Being bloated and having pain in your gut is not normal. And we have been living this life, and so many people, literally so many people every day, I'm always talking to someone, and it's I'm in pain, I'm hurting, oh my gosh, oh, that food was so good, but then they're massively stuffed and they feel sick, and then they're constipated or freaking having diarrhea, whatever. That's not normal. It's not normal to do that. So it is hard, I'm not gonna lie. The first 2-ish weeks of me eating so clean and not having carbs, and not having carbs or sugars, I had some withdrawal symptoms, and it was super uncomfortable. But if we're going to stay in our comfort zone, there's no growth there. There's no growth there. We have to be able to get out of our comfort zone. So 2024, be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable, step out of your comfort zone, because that is where growth happens. That is where growth happens. If we stay comfortable, nothing is gonna change. And I'll be honest with you guys, 2023 was a really hard year, like I said, and I was staying in my comfort zone because I was scared to get out there. I was like, I don't look like her, or my forehead's too big, whatever the case may be. I'm so serious, it's so bad. But I allowed things like that to hold me back from growing. You're never gonna learn, you're never gonna know about anything or gain any knowledge or experience if you don't get out of your comfort zone. So let 2024 be that year that you get out of your comfort zone. Okay, let's say you wanna be a content creator. No content creator, I mean some maybe, very few, or rare amounts. No content creator got on TikTok excuse me, and immediately started getting 1 million likes. No, they were consistent. I'm sure the first time they went out there, they were just kind of let's just see what happens. You have to just get out of that comfort zone and freaking just go for it. Do what's cringe. Who cares? I saw this thing, one of my friends posted on her Instagram story, and I thought it was amazing. But literally nobody is going to bed thinking or nitpicking you at night. Nobody's laying their head down worried about you. So why are you laying your head down worried about all these other people and their thoughts and their opinions? For what? For what? It is a waste of time, I promise you. When you become centered within yourself, you will see so many doors open for you. You will literally realize how creative you are, how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how just, yes, you will see that about yourself, and it is the most beautiful thing to see blossom. It is the most beautiful thing. So, but another thing was I wanted to talk about going out. So I, in 2023, was going out so much. Literally was just getting drunk, blacking out, and stuff like that. And I look back at it, and as I started getting out of that loop, I'm gonna call it a loop because it's like I got stuck in that. And when I started to kind of like get out of it and realize, I would go out and I'm just like looking around like this isn't fun. Like people just like stupidly drunk, just out of your mind. You wake up the next day, you're exhausted, you feel like crap. You don't have like the best workout, you're hindering your gains in the gym, then you're hindering your mind because you feel like crap, so then you're not as productive at home or meal prepping or doing whatever. And so I would really, I'm not saying that I'm not a person to go out because like rarely I will, but just think about the environments that you're putting yourself in. And think about, how is that feeding my soul? Like what fruit is this bringing for me? If I'm going out every weekend and I'm getting trashed and I'm blacking out and then, you know, I'm just repeating the process, just kind of, I would really recommend taking a step back and really seeing where your energy is going and what you're putting it forth. And just remember that life is meant to be lived. And yes, we can have fun and have margaritas every now and then, but going out so much and just getting super drunk, I think that I was escaping something whenever I did that. But I just really would recommend taking a moment, just because what I went through and where I'm at now is literally a million times better place than where I was. And so I just wanted to shed light on that because I want to be able to help you guys recognize things, because I was stuck in a loop for a long time. And if there's anything that you guys are doing that you feel like may not be feeding your soul, may not be feeding your energy, or like directing you towards becoming that higher version of yourself, like I want to be able to help be that little reminder for you guys, like, hey, let's kind of reel it in a little bit. That way we can keep moving up. So some things that are healing my body, mind, and gut, because everything is connected. Your gut is your second brain for real. Is filling your mind with good things. So I have been meditating, I read my Bible, I journal, and then I'm also reading knowledgeable books. So taking the time, literally could be 5 minutes. It can even be 2 minutes. You can even meditate for 2 minutes. You can read your Bible for 2 minutes, whatever. Start out small. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's so overwhelming. And I was there. I was literally there. I was like, dude, I know I need to do this. I know. I need to read my Bible right now. I know I need to go ahead and read my book. I know I need a journal. I know it. I'm like, there's so much I can't breathe. So what helped me was breaking that down to, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it for 5 minutes. If you can sit on your phone and scroll on TikTok and scroll on Instagram and scroll on Facebook, if you can go ahead and talk mess and watch a drama on social media, whatever, you can go ahead and take 5 minutes of your day to go ahead and read your Bible, to meditate, to read a knowledgeable book. You can do that. 1,000,000% you can. Don't say that you can't. Don't really rise at me. You can do it, and I promise you, can keep doing that every single day. And soon, you'll be like, oh, 5 minutes is nothing. I kind of want to do more. And then you can go ahead and increase it. But I highly recommend doing that. I think it's amazing. Meditation, and Bible for real, and meditating helps calm me so much. I am a high energy person, and sometimes I do feel anxious and things are just moving super fast, and meditating has really helped kind of calm me down and helped me learn how to slow myself down and be just a little more present, and I'm able to just kind of be more aware. be more aware of my emotions, things that are affecting me, and not being so reactive. That is a major thing for me that I am super blessed that I've been able to begin learning that. So I highly recommend that. I use this app called Headspace. I'll go ahead and put it down in the description, but it's a, what do you call it? It's not self-led, but it's a led meditation. I use the guy's voice. I don't like the girl's voice. I think it sounds weird. But I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing, and I really do think it's a game changer, and I highly recommend. And you can start out like 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes out of your day. All right, so the fifth one, this is our last in for 2024, is taking care. I said taking care of our beauty. So last year for me, I barely got ready every day. And I feel like when I wake up in the morning and I put some makeup on, like maybe if I'm going to the gym, I got my cute gym fit on, right? And then before I would put my hair up in this like crazy messy bun, and I like wouldn't have any makeup on. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that, but something that I noticed for me that may help other women as well is putting on a little bit of concealer. Putting your hair back a little cleaner, a little tighter. Maybe it's a tight bun, you know, something easy, or maybe it's a braid, whatever. But taking that extra step, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10, made me feel so much better. And being able to, you know, 2024, we want to vibrate at our highest self. Right? We want to be at that higher frequency. And so I truly believe that taking steps there is taking care of ourselves. And yes, we're taking care of ourselves internally, but also taking care of ourselves on the outside as well. And so being able to wake up, do my makeup, and I'm ready for the day, I feel like I show up different. I'm showing up at that higher self because you just got yourself ready. It's different. And instead of just being in sweats, and I mean, I'll be honest, like sometimes I really do look like a slob, and I'm like, my man really does love me. But I really do be looking like a slob, and just my hair's everywhere, and it's crazy, and I'm just not taking care of myself. And so when you when I've taken that extra step, that extra 5 minutes, it really does help me show up and just own this I don't know, I want to say like a better version of myself. Like a version that is ready to attack the day, that is ready to show up. And you just never know. I feel like networking is everything. You never know who you're going to meet outside. And waking up and presenting yourself, I just think is so key. It is so key. Because you could meet like an investor outside, right? And you look presentable. And so, I don't know. I just think about things like that, and I just think it's really important. So, showing up different, that's what I put down, is showing up different. If we want different, we have to show up different. If we're wanting to become that woman, right? I see so many people saying it's, you know, I'm in my woman era, which I feel like that too. But showing up different. If we want different, we gotta be different. We have to make changes. So what are we gonna do to level up? What are we gonna do to go ahead and show up for ourselves, to go ahead and wake up and be that woman that like we like dream and fantasize of being? What does she look like? You know, does she just get up and like go about her day, or does she get up, does she take some time to go ahead and do some good skincare, to go ahead and make sure her hair looks nice? Like what is that woman doing? What is that version of you doing? So own that new version of yourself. We have these goals, so don't think that I'm not that woman. No, honey, we are owning that woman today. We are owning that woman today, and we are being her today. We are gonna show up. So I think that taking care of our beauty and getting ready in the morning can really change like how your day is gonna go. So, okay, so those are the ins for 2024. Let's go with some outs. So first out I put is engaging in negativity. I think this is where getting closer to God and meditating, I'm being so for real about meditating, And meditating really helped me realize where my energy was going, how things were affecting me, and just being, and having boundaries. What did I say? Also about having boundaries, and having boundaries with myself and protecting this energy. And being able to have this calmness about me, because life is too short to go and engage in negative behavior or engage in negative talk and conversations. It's just too short. And think about, I honestly, the way I view it, excuse me, is when I'm in a negative mood, if I get angry or whatever, y'all, I'm ugly. That's not, it ain't cute. It's really not cute. It's not cute. I don't know how many times I can say that. It's not cute. It is not cute to be negative, to be rude, to be so angry you can't control yourself. You know, it's not attractive, and that's not where you thrive, right? We have to learn to have boundaries and protect ourselves and be able to keep our energy safe. Now, when I say keep our energy safe, that means not allowing people to influence you. If someone wants to come up and they want to try and start gossiping, you know, you don't have to be rude. You just be like, oh, you know, whatever, and just kind of walk away in some fashion. I don't know. But, you know, I try not to engage with stuff like that. Like, I'm just like, what do you mean? You know, kind of make people think about, you know, why they're being negative or, you know, why they're being rude or something like that. But protect your energy. Don't allow yourself to get swayed with negativity, because once somebody else is negative or anything like that, that's going to bring you down. We're not doing that. We are not doing that this year. We are not allowing things to bring us down. You have to hold yourself to a different standard. You have to protect yourself to a different standard and not allow things to get to you either. Like things that annoy you, you just have to let them go. Obviously, you can say something in certain aspects, but stop allowing things to overpower you and then get to your day. Your day is so much more important than a small moment, I promise you. And when you learn God, when you learn about God and you learn about His plan for you, you worry less as well. But I feel like I've started to worry less because He has my best interest. And the more you get to know Him, the more you realize what He does have for you and the plan that He has for you. And it's amazing. It is the best thing. And it takes so much weight off of yourself too. It really, really does. So no negativity, and yeah. So next one, this is a big one. Your second out of 2024 is no more endless scrolling. No, you need to stop. Why are you watching people live their lives and you're sitting over here? Dude, why is it so loud? But you're sitting over here and not living yours. They distracted me. But, you know, like, why are you sitting there watching them live their best life and you're sitting being a potato and watching them do theirs? No, that is not how it's supposed to be. Stop scrolling. Stop spending so much time on social media. I have been on social media less because I feel like I've been so much more aligned with my purpose and what I'm supposed to do, what I want to do, what I have passion for, like, I only watch little things, and I'm not on there endlessly scrolling because I have other things that I want to do. There's this thing that I saw. It was some type of video or something like that. They're talking about Lamborghini commercials, and this guy was like, why are there no Lamborghini commercials? He said, because people that drive Lamborghinis are not scrolling on their phones. If that does not get you, I don't know what does. Girl, what? When I heard that, I was like, oh, dang. Like, no. Like, they're not, people that are, how do I want to say this? I'll just say it at a higher point in life. They're not sitting there just scrolling away on their phones for hours. And I used to do it too. I'm guilty. I am so guilty. I used to do that. And I was just like, dang, you know, I was like, almost like a zombie. I was a potato, I was a zombie. And I'm just scrolling on my phone for what? I'm watching all these people make something of themselves. I'm watching all these people come up with routines and da-da-da. But what are you doing for yourself? What are you doing for yourself? I understand scrolling every now and then because, I mean, obviously I do that too. But sitting there endlessly and not getting anything done, the best feeling ever is going to bed and knowing that you accomplished something that day. You will have the best night's sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It is 9:10 at night right now. And I was tired. And I've been really busy because I'm starting a new job and I had to do all this stuff. And so it's just been a nonstop thing, and I've just been like going. And I was like, no, I'm gonna show up. I have to do this. And I just lost my train of thought again. It's getting late. But showing up as your higher self, like, it's just, you have to do things. You have to do things even when you don't want to. I feel like I trailed off on that one. But yeah, be more present in your life and stop watching others live. You deserve to live. And living life is not sitting down and just watching videos or staying inside. It's not. It's really, really not. So I would really work on limiting your screen time. And instead of being on the screen, why don't you read a book or learn something cool, listen to a podcast, something to get your brain firing, to get you going, okay? All right, so then I have a third one. Ooh, people might come at me for this one. So, the outs. This is your third out of 2024, is having an unkept home. So, I put, it's time to respect your home. So, I can be messy, for sure, just like anybody, for sure. And I think it is super easy to get caught up, to scroll on your phone, and fill your day or your night, whatever your schedule may be, with other things, with clutter. And going to bed with a clean home and waking up to a clean home it's just different. It feels different. You are waking up being a different person. Remember, we have to show up different if we want change. We have to show up different and be different if we want to elevate, if we want to vibrate at a higher frequency. We have to do that. And some people are like, oh, but I'm so tired and stuff like that. Okay, it takes you like what, 5-10 minutes to go ahead and clean your kitchen. 5-10 minutes. That is it. That is it. Do a nightly roundup of your home, whatever. Figure out something and take care of your home. God is not going to give you the next best thing if you're not embracing, appreciating, and respecting what He has already given you. We can't move on to the next best thing if we're not even taking care of what we have. Why would we do that? If you're in a job, okay, and you want to get that promotion, if you're not embracing the position that you're in right now, how are you going to go ahead and get that promotion, right? How is that going to happen? If you started your own business and you have all this stuff out, if you're not embracing and appreciating where you're at right now, the accomplishments that you've made, and you're just unhappy with it, and so you just keep on thinking about the next, how are you going to get the next thing and have it be blessed to you if you're just so unhappy with where you're at right now? So I would truly, truly think about those things. Okay, so next one is our fourth out for 2024. Ooh, this is a good one. They're all good. They're all good. Okay, friendships that make you feel uncomfortable. Who am I talking to right now? Who am I talking to? I don't know. I was talking to myself before. So going into 2024, I realized, so the word uncomfortable really stuck with me. And talking about this goes back to protecting your energy. So I realized that I was friends with a lot of people on social media that did not influence me in the way that I would like. That made me feel uncomfortable in some ways. I felt uncomfortable. And so I ended up unfollowing them. The freedom that comes with making choices for yourself and resonating and taking care of you, you're the only person, not the only person, but you're the only person that knows what you're going through fully, besides God. You're the only person that really knows what's going on. So it is your job, it is your duty to love yourself, to take care of yourself, and to protect yourself. If there is something that is making you feel uncomfortable, if there is something that makes you feel uneasy, or you're just kind of like, you're not too sure about it, you need to break that. If you feel, I had times where I felt, well, I don't want to unfollow them because I don't want them to think that I don't like them, or da-da-da-da. So you're going to base your life off of what other people think and what they perceive rather than taking care of yourself and something that's making you feel uneasy? Think about that. It goes back to the same thing about the pillow or going to sleep at night. Nobody's going to sleep so worried about your life, so why are you going to sleep allowing your life to be dictated by what ifs? What if they get upset? What if this, or da-da-da-da? You have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You have to protect your energy and protect your mind, things that you take in. You should not be going throughout your day feeling uncomfortable about certain people that you follow or that you're friends with, even in person. That means it's not for you in some ways. It means it's not for you. And so remember that, recognize that, and feel confident about protecting your energy and being like, you know what, this does make me feel uneasy. I don't know about this friend. Maybe it's an ex. Maybe it's a friendship that went haywire and you guys are still following each other and there's like uneasy, like hostility or tension or something like that. Don't be afraid to unfollow that or to not be a part of things like that. Look at what you're a part of, and it should be positive. It should be life-giving. There should be a good flow. It should make you feel good, not bad. We're not meant to be here to feel bad. So if there are things that are making you feel bad, I highly recommend sitting and really analyzing them and figuring out, okay, why do I feel uneasy about this? Is this something that I should be having in my life? And if you come to the conclusion that it's not, okay? Because I know I feel so much better, and just like kind of like a weight of not following certain people that just don't, or being friends with certain people that just don't align with me and don't align with where I'm going, or maybe something happened in the past and it's just we're not there. So don't feel bad about doing stuff like that. You have to do things for you. Okay? Okay. What? We're at the end? Oh my gosh! Okay, so here is the 5th out for 2024. Not being outside. 2024 is about living. 2024 is about being outside in nature. The sun is a healer. It is a healer, amen, thank you, Lord. And we are supposed to be outside. We are not supposed to be inside all the time. We're not supposed to not get some fresh air or feel the wind. We are meant to be outside and hear the birds. Like, it's so funny that I'm saying this, but I have been able to embrace more of my life by figuring myself out and getting closer to God and just meditating and slowing down. Life goes really fast, and slowing down helps you go ahead and just truly enjoy and just be present with what's happening. And we're not meant to be inside watching TV all the time. We're not meant to be inside staring at screens all the time, straining our eyes. No, go get some fresh air. And make sure that you're doing it throughout your day. A lot of people, and me too, I have some days where it's really, really busy. But try and not make your only exercise be going to the gym. Exercise can be walking outside. Sitting outside, meditating outside, just literally sitting. Don't look at your phone. Take some time away from that phone and that screen. Please. You'll feel so much better. But taking that time of going outside and getting some sunlight. That should be a daily. And I know there's not sun every day, but it should be a daily to get outside. It is not healthy to be inside and not get fresh air. It really, really isn't. I had days where I did that and I felt like straight up crap. Like that's just not what we're meant to do. It really isn't. So do your best to go ahead and take like even 5 minutes of going outside, waking up, going for a little walk, getting your body moving, waking up, or doing walks after you eat is so good for digestion and it just makes you feel better. So 2024 is about getting outside and not staying crammed in our little cocoons inside in our little comfort zones. Get outside and enjoy this life and this earth, because we never know what tomorrow holds, and I just couldn't imagine just being inside all day and not enjoying life outside, because it seriously is truly, truly beautiful. Truly beautiful. So, okay, babes, well that was it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this motivational, these reminders for 2024. I hope that you were able to resonate with them. I will be praying for everybody through the screen that you guys have an amazing February, an amazing 2024. This is our year. This is our year of change and breaking old habits. Breaking old habits, getting through traumas, becoming our best selves, and really, really taking those next steps. So that is all I have for y'all, but I love you guys so much. I wish you guys the best week, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.